What's up? It's me, Use, and today I come to you with a survey. Do you have a degree in aerospace engineering? Did you fail to land that job at NASA? Is your entire family ashamed of how little you've achieved? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, then I have the game to numb your pain. Space Engineers, the game where you demonstrate exactly how high your IQ is by playing with Lego blocks in the vacuum of space. Hopefully, my son will talk to me again after I show him this cool ship I made. That's aside from the point. Let's get into Space Engineers. Hell yeah. That's how they make those. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it go to an area. There are two game modes in Space Engineers, Creative and Survival. In Creative, you build. In Survival, you build. But there's the ever-looming threat of suffocating to death because someone left the door open in your flying workplace hazard. So what do you build in Space Engineers, you ask? You build spaceships. To be honest, I thought you'd already have figured this out. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, has space in the title, engineers, put them together, you engineer what? Space? Alright, you don't only build spaceships in Space Engineers. You may find yourself building the occasional land vehicle or space station, but you'll find yourself spending most of your time designing spaceships and spaceship accessories. To be honest, it's kind of surprising how the building alone in Space Engineers doesn't get boring and repetitive really quickly. This is because there's this feeling of constant innovation that keeps the game fresh and interesting, and as a result, this is one of those games that makes you feel like you're achieving something like a real engineer would, even though you're just staying up late, playing video games, and disappointing your parents. Huh.
So that
I feel like I'm just looking at clear as day. PP. There.
Yeah, I need a lot of space for this.
Use is... Did you wanna write use is gay?
No. No.
You're writing exactly that.
What?
It's one word.
What? Wait. What? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
John, this is my magnum opus and you're ruining it! I'm not gay! Is that what you wanted to hear, John? At first sight, the building system in Space Engineers seems very complicated with all its menus and bells and whistles, but once you figure out where everything is, you'll realize how streamlined the system really is, and when you reach this point, you can go about building whatever you can imagine without recreating a national tragedy. Anything from a giant battleship to a cruise ship with nice mahogany wood floors. I recommend that you start your Space Engineers journey in Creative to get familiar with the controls and mechanics. Survival mode will be very painful and sad if you don't know how to build a spaceship and all you can do is bang rocks together and cry. So after you build your first ship in Creative mode and you make sure it complies with the OSHA requirements for a spacefaring vessel, you are ready to play Survival mode. And since this video is not some getting started in Space Engineers guide, I'm not gonna get into the intricacies of survival, but you could figure it out. I believe in you. So you've been playing Survival, maybe hopping into Creative mode every now and then to test out an experimental design. But you're missing something. A little good old-fashioned human interaction will hit the spot, but you're faced with a dilemma here. All of your friends would much rather play Peggle than play Space Engineers with you, so you're left considering joining a server. But let me ask you a question here. You like Rust, huh? You like Ark Survival Evolved, big guy? You like being stepped on? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you'll have a good time in the multiplayer. I am exaggerating how the multiplayer experience is, of course. It isn't nearly as bad as Rust and other similar survival multiplayer games because the size of the map and how many players are on the server. But other than the multiplayer, this game has an active modding community to spice things up, and there's also a block that you can program in C# that people use to make crazy homing missiles and auto turrets. I used it to make a shitty in-game chat room that my friends and I like to use for intelligent conversations. I even made a version that works in cockpits so I can text and drive. I know what you're thinking, and yes, I did put this on my resume and the Steam Workshop. Anyways, if you do manage to get a few friends online, I believe you will have a fun time building together, horsing around, talking. You know what I think about all this destruction, Matt? All this terrible carnage? You wanna know what I think? Look at me.
What do you think about this?
I mean, the Bazinga sign's still up there, you know?
I'm not gonna be happy until this whole thing is gone. I worked 3 hours on this.
3 hours. Sheldon worked a lifetime.
What the
Omar,
fuck are you
do
talking
not,
about?
Do
I'll
not
see
blow
what
that
I
shit
mean.
up.
Get
This
ready.
is my fucking rocket, you asshole. It's not a bomb.
Yeah, oh god! Omar, use the gyroscope to tilt yourself towards moon. Go to the moon. Do like they
Oh
do.
no, it's the challenge all over again.
No, Challenger, no!
Oh.
Guys! Don't fucking crash back into here.
Hey, guys!
No,
No,
No, he's doing it on purpose! He's doing it on purpose!
No, guys!
No, not my drone!
Pull up. Oh, and John Ship's still alive.
John, it's like a religion at this point.
Operate.
Oh!
Not operating. Do you see that, John?
Look at him go.
The hydrogen aren't operating, which I'm trying to figure out why.
Okay.
No, turn around.
Oh no, not again! No! Everybody save your shit now in case, because I don't know what's happening. Not again.
Space Engineers is one of those games that make you feel good about yourself with its building system, at least until you go on the Steam Workshop and you realize exactly how pathetic you are. But that doesn't really matter as long as you're having fun, right? I highly recommend Space Engineers, especially if you're a hardcore Minecrafter. Is that still cool? Do people still say that? Space Engineers is also a great way to get into programming if that's something you're interested in. The people in the Space Engineers Discord are very helpful and nice, and yeah, that's about it. I want to take this moment to thank everybody who previously subscribed to my channel. I'm getting really close to hitting 100 subscribers, and when I do, I will review a game I previously played in the How-To series. And any prospective subscribers, I hope you do subscribe. I am desperate. Always have been, always will be. Also comment.